My movie recollection with Vincent Cloud.
John
Scotty
Nemeth.
Allwood.
Yes.
I don't know who we're supposed to go in, but
There's
Dave
got to be.
Lauer.
Okay,
you could go at some point, though.
Flawless.
I was like, okay, here comes the stampede, the bottlenecking. Like, who's gonna go first and second? All right. Well, we're here to talk about movies drawn randomly and discussed rather quickly, kind of like the speed dating of movie reviews. So I want to start off with Dave's pile. Let's do Dave's.
Do you want me to pick a movie?
Well, no. How many do you have to offer us?
Give us some numbers or letters.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Got
What do
this
you
baby
think,
right
guys?
here.
Oh, yeah, roll it.
There we go.
Roll it.
Ocho. 8
Ocho.
for the layperson.
Oh, yeah, of course. I
I rewatched Dodgeball a little bit ago, so I had the Ocho on the brain.
All right. This is
a good movie. To make me
a
bleed
very
my own blood.
mainstream movie. Very popular. You guys want to guess it or just have me tell you it?
Starts with what letter?
Starts with an I.
And how many words?
2 words.
Independence Day.
I
That's a
wrote
great
that.
guess,
No.
but it's not it. Okay.
I
Stars. No, it stars Brad Pitt.
Italian Job?
Vampire. Oh shit.
No.
Wait, no, that's Mark Wahlberg.
Also stars Christoph Waltz.
Inglorious Basterds.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Ooh. Let's see here. You know, the best part was that Christoph Waltz guy.
I agree.
He was pretty good in it.
Yeah. It's so weird how Tarantino loves to create the villains way more realized and given the juicier bits than the good guys, the Jewish characters. But that's just me.
All I know is I speak a little Italian.
I've rewatched that opening sometimes just for fun. The first 30 minutes of that movie where he's just talking to that dude with the women underneath the floorboards. The tension there is just so good. I love every second.
100%. That opening scene was so good. I absolutely love it too. Just Christoph Waltz is incredible. The French farmer, whatever his name is, he was great. It was just like the perfect opening scene to a movie.
Well, so for me, Tarantino has always kind of rubbed me in a weird way, not the wrong way, but in a weird way, where I'm like, I don't know if you should be touching me that way, Tarantino. Get off my feet. Okay, so that opening, of course, it's so good, right? But then it ends where that woman's running away and he's about, there's that shot through the doorway to the outside. And I'm like, that's an amazing shot. Where do I know that from? It's from I think it's The Searchers, a classic Western film.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, he stole that shot, which is what he always fucking does, right? And then it wasn't until recently this year where there was a review for one of those Clint Eastwood movies, Clinton Folk with Beer. I don't know what it was called.
I almost thought you were going to say that. I was like, why is he mentioning my podcast? Oh my God.
Plug. But that opening is about a guy who shows up at a farmer's house and they have this tension-filled conversation at the table. And I'm like, damn it, Tarantino. Like, you have a talent, but you just keep redoing shit that you've seen in other movies.
Well, I mean, I feel like everyone kind of grabs from all kinds of places when they're creating their own movies, like filmmakers in general. He happens to be very, famous, and people happen to notice it a little more because of that reason. I don't feel like other people are dissecting.
I don't feel like he tries to hide it either. Like, he calls it like an homage. I don't know, like, isn't it kind of similar to sampling and music?
Well, okay. Well, that's a whole nother topic, man. But with the movie thing, name another director who just homages so much, you know? I think that, I kind of I don't look forward to his movies as much because I know that a lot of these parts, these sequences, this bits of dialogue, these characters are all from movies he's seen before, which is fine for your first couple of movies, but branch out, do something new. I don't know. Yeah, Tarantino and me, we're not down like that.
I am down like that, and I will go down. I'm sorry.
Please, not in front of the children.
Oh my God! Right.
Okay.
One thing I think of, this movie makes me think of talking it. One of my buddies I go camping with has a shirt that says "the Bear Jew" on it to describe himself while he's camping, I guess.
I love that scene so much. Or what was his name? Donnie. He's like, Donnie, guy wants to die for his country. Oblige him.
Oh my God. I'm here to take another piss on the parade.
Don't you do it, Vince.
Eli Roth
Don't you?
is such a bad actor. As soon as he started yelling, I'm like, oh, what is this? Like, don't give him lines. He's a director. He directed Cabin Fever and Hostel, but that's where he belongs. Him in front of the camera was very bizarre. And BJ Novak, that was truly bizarre. I'm like, The Office.
I do agree with that. And one of the good things about Inglorious Basterds is Quentin Tarantino didn't cast himself in the movie. He just casted other directors in the movie. So I'm going to take that negative and turn it into a positive. We didn't have to watch Quentin on screen.
There you go.
Okay, but for me though, my favorite scene, and this is the only, like, I was kind of passive throughout the movie until this happened.
Tell me it's the bar scene. Tell me it's the bar scene.
Yes, where they're playing cards and shit. All of a sudden, I'm like, what is going on here? This is good. I'm liking this. So I just hope that I don't look into it too much, do research, and find out he ripped that scene off too.
My gosh. You are too focused on that, man. Who cares? He's brought you something new, created from something old.
God damn it. All right. Yeah.
I reminds me of something else. Oh, that doesn't. But I've worked with a lot of Germans, and they actually do their threes like this. Like that's a real thing.
Wait, I thought it was this.
No. So if you're like English or American, you'll do this probably, and they do their thumb and two fingers.
So in that movie, Tarantino got it wrong because he went like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've been doing this because A, that was in the movie, and B, Randy Savage did that in the Spider-Man movie where he's like, I got you for 3 minutes. I was like, yeah, man, that's awesome.
So you changed your whole finger three, how you do three because of that moment in Spider-Man. I love that so much.
Should we leave to another movie?
I'll say it. Moving on.
Oh my gosh, Matt's ears are burning. Okay, so Scott, you want to give us a list?
I have A through whatever. I have a bunch of movies for certain. Just pick a letter and then I'll tell you how many movies I have for it, and you pick one of those.
Go ahead, guys. I'm not gonna pick.
I mean, I have a die for that too. It says A, real original.
I have
Dave,
2 movies for that.
Yeah, pick a number, Dave. 1 through 2.
Let's do number 1.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So I don't. It's 2. I almost said the name. It's 2 words.
Starts with
A.
A.
Oh yeah, he rolled an A. Are you not even
Word.
listening on your own podcast, Vince?
Apocalypse Now.
Now,
Aquaman.
Now.
It is not either of those now. This
Annie
is-
Hall.
This is a teenage comedy.
American Pie.
That's what it is.
wow.
Why are you saying it like that?
I don't know. Because I'm like listing movies in my head and like
American Pie.
Well, I saw this in theaters, and I enjoyed it. Looking back now, you're like, oh shit, you shouldn't broadcast a girl across the internet without her consent while she's naked and shit.
It is so weird in that, like, with that mentality, because everyone's like, in 1999 people were laughing at the fact that this woman this is great, and now we're like, oh god, that poor girl. Oh, she was just so sweet to him too.
It's true. Holy shit.
Yeah, what
Uh,
year
It's like
did
the Wild West. It was
what year did like we realize that women have agency?
American Pie 2, whenever that came out.
I think I just watched it not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago, and I still, I mean, the cast is so likable. There's a lot of fun moments in it still. I like those kind of raunchy comedies. I grew up with them, so I don't think that's ever going to leave. I do watch it with a different lens now, but Sean William Scott is still just perfect as Stifler. Jason Biggs, I'm a Jason Biggs fan. He's a likable dude to me.
That movie gave us Stifler's mom, though, and I am still on the fence when it comes to that woman because she's like huge now.
And she kind of does that same, well, not in this movie, but she does this. She's kind of doing a shtick now every time. She's a little over the top.
Dave, what do you guys say about this shit?
what is the guy's name who plays Jason Biggs's dad? Steve
Eugene
Levy?
Levy.
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy. Yeah, that guy is amazing. I love him so much. He's
Does
on
he ever-
he's on that newer sitcom. I forget the
Schitt's
name of
Creek?
it. Yeah,
Schitt's Creek. Oh yeah.
it's so good. I love that guy. He's my favorite.
Is he ever billed as anything other than Jim's dad in that franchise?
It's not always Jim, because in the later movies he's still in them, like 6 and 7. I don't know how they incorporate him.
Okay.
Maybe, but he's always in them somehow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that character was such a classic where he's like just reacting like, why are you fucking a pie and shit like that, where that's all his character does in Schitt's Creek. He has to deal with Elliot, Sam Elliott or whatever his name
Chris
is.
Elliott.
Chris Elliott, yes, Sam Elliott.
I'm Sam Elliott, and this is my
Darkness washed over the dude.
all right. These are supposed to be quick though. So American Pie, good job. Moving on to something else.
Let's do John's list.
All right.
John,
Well, I
John.
will need 3 numbers. First, I need a 1 through 14. Vince.
7.
All right. And then I need 1 through 6. Dave.
5.
All right. And then I need 1 through 12. Scott.
Let's see what I'm gonna 11.
Ooh. 2 words. Starts with M.
N as in
M
nap?
as in Mary.
Matchstick Men.
No.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, but you got the second initial right.
Who's in it?
People. Naomi Watts, for one.
Oh, Mulholland
Mulholland
Drive.
Drive. Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yes.
yes, Mulholland Drive.
Holy shit, Dave! Have you seen this?
No, I haven't. And it's like on my list of movies to watch.
Well, guess what it's about. I dare you.
Is it about like the Zodiac Killer? I don't know.
No.
Just no.
No,
It
I
is
mean,
not.
so you have no idea what it's about.
No,
Well,
spoil it for me.
we don't either. I have no idea what that movie's about. It's so
Oh,
bizarre. Does she have amnesia or what happens?
yeah, she loses her memory. I don't. I've only seen it once, and you know how good I am at remembering movies, which is why I'm on this podcast. But um, like she ends up like moving in with that other woman for some reason.
And there you go. I only saw it once as well, and it's because I watched Lost Highway and I really enjoyed it. And then the only thing I remember from this movie, and I don't even know if it's an actual scene that I'm remembering correctly, but it was two guys at a diner, and one guy is
Oh my
telling him about a
God.
dream that he had. And I was like, "Oh, I'm digging this." And then I need to. It's I've been wanting to rewatch it though.
That scene haunted me for years. I hated it. I was like, "Oh, what is going on?" Because it's such a random scene. Like that has nothing to do with the whole movie. They just cut to these guys in a restaurant, right? And
Yeah.
they're talking
Mhm.
about it, and then he's like, I take him out back, and I see this horrible looking woman. And when you see that fucking woman, dude, I should have looked away. I was like, she still lives with me. It's fucked up.
Thanks for bringing it up, John.
Hey, I didn't pick the movie.
But the tiny little like elderly people, remember that? They showed up, they're only like, I don't know, 5 inches tall, and they're like, and they're moving like really quick and shit, even though they're really old. That was fucked up. They're crawling under the door trying to get at her and shit.
Yeah,
Wait,
that
what
sounds made up.
genre of movie is this? Is this a horror
It's
movie?
a Lynch movie, dude. You ever see a
Yeah,
Lynch movie? You ever
kind
see
of like
Eraserhead?
I don't know if I
I've
call it
seen, yeah, yeah.
horror. It's like surreal drama, maybe. Is that what you call it? I don't know.
So bizarre. And I've yet to watch Twin Peaks because of it. I'm like, do I really need more Lynch in
Oh,
my life?
you gotta watch Twin Peaks at least.
Yeah.
At least the
Okay.
Yeah,
first couple
I
seasons.
definitely like. Oh, I watched the first series and Fire Walk with Me, and I enjoyed all of that. I haven't watched the more recent
There was
series.
some real like the recent one they did on Showtime. I kind of watched a little bit into it, and there was some really fun stuff with what's his name, Kyle MacLachlan.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But beyond that, like I couldn't tell you what it was about.
I also enjoyed Blue Velvet.
I want to check that out because
I have it, but I haven't seen it either.
I like
I
that
still need to
actor,
watch it.
Hopper, Dennis Hopper. He's so
Mhm.
bizarre, and I heard that it's like one of his better roles or something like that. So I want to check it out.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. For my list, A through Z, 1 through 10. 3.
Looks like we got someone wanting to. John's
Oh,
doing
okay.
this.
So that thing. So I was
Yeah,
wrong. I only watched that movie once. So yeah.
you.
Whoops.
Dave, you got to pick the number. So it's you and then Dave. Dave, you there?
Let's go 11.
You bastard. 1 through 10. Come on now.
We'll go 10.
Oh wow. Okay. 2-word title starts with you.
Oh. Uh, uh, uh,
Alt-
for
I only
given.
space forgiven. I immediately thought ultraviolet, but that's not 2 words. That was like one.
Denise
I was thinking-
Richards.
Okay.
Chris Kattan. These aren't the mains, but they're definitely supporting. Dave Chappelle. I actually don't. I'm not sure what the main lead is. Eddie Griffith. It's a comedy.
God, that's got to be early 2000s at
Yes,
least,
it's early
right?
early 2000s. Yep.
I have no idea.
I don't have any other I'll just tell you.
What's the second letter?
Brother. Oh, OBB.
Oh,
Undercover Brother.
You guys ever see it?
Never.
Have not. No.
I
always wanted
think
to.
I might have rented it from like Blockbuster, and then it played for like 20 minutes, and I just walked away. I don't know. It didn't do anything for me.
It's a nice little comedy. What do you guys think it's about?
I think it's a black officer who's very uptight and nerdy, and he has to like go undercover with a bunch of thugs and try to blend in.
That sounds like I want to see that movie now. If that's not what this is, I want to see that movie.
That does
fun.
sound good for sure. It's not that. It's there's a group, an organization, almost like the Avengers, where it's all these black people. Like Dave Chappelle's in it, and he's called Conspiracy Brother. He has all the theories and shit. It's like, and the white man is doing this and shit like that. And then there's Science Brother, and all he does is do the science, and they try and like change the world. And Undercover Brother's Undercover Brother. And what he does is he's supposed to infiltrate Denise Richards. But she's a spy too, and she slowly transforms him into I don't know what they call it. It's pretty racist, but something brother now. Because he starts wearing like sweaters, is like, oh, hello, my dear. We're gonna go to the library and talk about stock options and shit like that.
That's like the reverse of what I said.
Yeah. And it is really silly, Scott. I understand. Or wait, no, Dave. It was Dave. You guys look alike. Speaking of racism, it's silly, but there's little bits.
We got less than a minute, Vince. You better get going.
Yeah, like Dave did. All right. Well, in that case, like, subscribe, comment. This was My Movie Recollection with Vincent Cloud.
Scotty got one over here.
John Emmett over here.
David Lauer.
Over where?
I don't know.